About the hair, by the way.
No problem, no problem. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, and I'm back with a special guest today, man. If you don't know who this guy is, Darren Farley, the best UK impressionist, sports impressionist. I mean,
oh, what a guy! That's a lovely. I tell you what an introduction that is, mate. I'm loving that. I'm loving
yeah,
that.
man, for me, the best in the UK. I mean, I don't know who else is on your level. I mean, I saw you on Sky the other week, and that was the funniest probably I've ever seen. That Wayne Rooney one, I watched that one about 10 times, honestly. What have you been up to during the
it's
lockdown?
To be honest. Yeah, you know what, mate? I've been doing loads of content. Like yourself, by the looks of things. You kind of most of the time I'll do stuff in a studio. But obviously I'm in a situation now where I've got to do it from home. So I've built a little studio. I've been doing content, and you get really creative, don't you? Because you've got loads.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You've got loads of time on your hands. So I've found that I've got more creative and practicing more. Don't get me wrong, I've always practiced different characters, but when you've got loads and loads of time, you can, you know what I mean? It gives you that kind. It's put on your toes to work on probably a bit harder than what you normally do. So it's worked out quite well for me, mate. I'm not gonna lie, it's been okay.
Yeah, same, man. I mean, like you said, you've got to get creative. I've done content and got in touch with people like yourself who maybe under normal circumstances might not have been able to do so. It's been a blessing in disguise at the same time, really.
Yeah. It can be, mate. Sometimes, like you say, you sometimes when you get lemons, mate, you make lemonade, as they say.
There
you know
you go,
what I mean?
man.
So it's all good, mate. All good.
Where else can we start? Being an Arsenal fan, as you can see, I mean, it's been a bad season for Arsenal, and one man, the manager, Unai Emery, just didn't quite work out for him, man. What happened for Unai, man?
I don't know. I've got Unai with me. I'll tee him up in a minute. He's gonna have a few words. But
see what Unai will say for us.
Yeah, Unai, come here. Okay. But evening, first minute, I think that for tactics, I think that we play well. First minute, Old Trafford, first of all, good evening. Thanks, Unai.
Yeah, thanks for that. You know what? I think that's how most of the players felt this season as well, listening to it.
Just on a personal level. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, right? The Unai one, I still think it could do a little bit of work, but because he's such a great character, and sometimes, because he struggles a little bit with his English and that, you've got to be careful with that because you don't want to. At the end of the day, the poor fella, he was just trying to speak, and but you go with what's there in front of you. And with Unai Emery, he was such a great character. Even the mannerisms, even the fact he doesn't have to speak, and he's like. It's all that, but you kind of, I felt for him to be honest, because it was a big obstacle for him, and I think in terms of players, and if players can't, obviously take on board what you're saying, he's a top manager. He's won a lot, there's no doubt about it. But I think if he gets another crack at the Premier League, it's probably something he'll have to improve his English, and I'll have to improve my impression as well.
Now, my personal favourite one that you do is the Wayne Rooney one, man. I saw that on Sky, and I literally rewound that one about 10 times. So Wayne, obviously you've been over there in America. You're at Derby now, man. How's it been going for you?
Yeah, thanks, Curtis. Yeah, I think that obviously America was very difficult, and obviously first went over, and it was very difficult to learn the language. That was really difficult speaking American. But then obviously County Derby, they came in and said, look, we're going to give you a lot of money, and they said, no, we'll give you £100,000 a week, and I was like, no, listen, I want you to double that and give me 50. I felt. No, as soon as they got in touch, Curtis, I just got on the boat and I flew home, and I just went to speak to them, and that was it. And obviously, we've got a great chance, I think, of getting in the top four and qualifying for the Champions League. I think we're a very good team.
So what's your hopes for the rest of the season, Wayne?
Yeah, I think think the rest of the season, I think that what we have to do, Kate. I think that we've got to try and win big trophies. I've said when it comes to County Derby, and the first thing I said to the players is, look, I want to win. Definitely want to win the European Cup this season. And they were all saying it's impossible. I said it's not. I said it's not. Anything's possible in football, and unfortunately, I don't think we're going to win it, and that's a shame. But hopefully, we can move on from that. I love to. Do you know what? Wayne Rooney. Because people go to me, have you ever met Wayne Rooney? And I go, I don't think he'd be my number one fan. To be fair,
no.
To be fair to him, I think you see sometimes you see interviews with him, and he's calmed down with the aims now. Where it used to be literally every other word. It was like, you gotta think him. Now it's just like an aim every 10 seconds.
Yeah. Wow, that Wayne Rooney, that's one of my favourites, man. With him being an Everton boy as well, he might not love that too much as well.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm a big Liverpool fan. You probably know, mate. And to be honest with you, there's Liverpool and Everton in this city. You'd have Liverpool fans and Everton fans in the same house, same family. It's very that's how it is. It's always been like that. And I love doing anyone related to Everton because I love winding the Evertonians up. Honestly, mate, I get some stick on like social media for them Everton fans, but Carlo Ancelotti got the Everton job, and he's like one of my characters, one of my newish characters. And because straight away, it's like the eyebrow. Do you know what I mean? So as soon as he came in, it was like I can play around with the eyebrow. And, yes, I'm really exciting. He's got a baby. He's an Italian gangster kind of guy.
Robert De Niro, isn't he?
Yeah. And I can do with Everton. I love that. The Evertonians don't love me, but I don't love them, to be fair.
Speaking of Liverpool, then, another one of your classics, man. Stevie Gerrard, the legend of Liverpool. Frustrated this season with the way it's gone at Rangers, Stevie?
Yeah, of course. Of course I am. It's been a very difficult time, but we're working hard to put it right. It was very close. I think we were only 75 points behind, and we only needed 500 wins to get on top of that. And I feel as though we'd have won it if they wouldn't have cancelled it. But we've got good players. We've got young players. We've got very experienced players. Jermaine Defoe. I think he's 65 next week. He's a good player. But we'll push. We'll try and win. The objective is to get, we're in the Scottish Premier League now, but I think we can go even further and get an English Premier League. That's how I'm looking at it, but let's see where it goes.
And what about the slip, Stevie, man? I bet that still pains you from your Liverpool days, don't it?
Yeah, of course. It does. It really does hurt me. Any Liverpool fan, to be fair, you don't want to, you don't really want to talk about that. But it wasn't my fault. My boots had there was a banana skin on the pitch, and I slipped on it. So it wasn't my fault. Just don't blame me.
Oh man, that aim at the start, that is an absolute classic.
Curtis, you'll laugh, mate, right? But you could be in Sainsbury's, you could be in the shop, you could be walking anywhere, and you'll hear someone on the next aisle going, "Yeah, of course," and you're just like, honestly, it gets shouted at me over the road and everything. It's funny, mate. But you get with certain characters. Don't get me wrong. It's like Wayne Rooney with him. He does it, but what you do is you use something little, and you Brendan Rodgers, with character, beautiful human being. Harry Redknapp with terrific. Everyone's got their own little words, and Steven Gerrard, he's changed it now a little bit. It's of course. He does that, but I've got to keep it to, of course, just really
Oh my God. Have you ever met Gerrard?
Yeah. I have done.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's okay. He was quite quiet, to be fair. He probably didn't want to give me any more tips.
Material.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, I mean, I always say, because I've been in a very privileged position where you do meet some absolute legends from the world of football. And he'd fall into that category because what a player he was. But it's a funny one as well because I'm a massive Liverpool fan, and any player or you do an impression of, it's not impersonal at all, mate. I've got
loads of respect for them, but you think, some people might get upset. That's not impersonal, but like an impression could be taken the wrong way. But I always, the first thing I'll say to anyone I meet, any of the players, or if you get asked a question, is like, it's not personal, don't you? It's not personal. Honestly, I've done it with literally every character I've met. So because you'd have to be careful, because it can, people can take it the wrong way. That's how it is, mate. But no, he was all right. He was quite quiet, but he was okay.
Which one's your favourite to do? Like, what's your favourite one?
You know what, mate? Right, that it's such a difficult one to answer, because I love doing everyone. I think always your newest character is the one you want people to like. So don't get me wrong, I love when people go, I love you, Gerrard, and I love you, say, Brendan Rodgers, or if it's Harry Redknapp or whatever. But for me, you always want people to like your new stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like anything, mate, you look back at your old stuff. I love every character I do, but you always want people to like your new stuff. So you're always working on different characters. But if I'm honest with you, it's getting tougher, because a lot of managers who are coming to the Premier League and players, they've not got a lot about them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've not got, like, we had a time where like Emery came in, Sarri came in, and they were great characters. Sarri's like on the touchline, like having a ciggy watching the match. And you've got Unai doing his, Unaiisms, as I call them. Whereas, like, I'm looking at Arteta now as the Arsenal manager, but there's not really much going on. He's so normal, because Arsenal are going to do quite well. He's just a normal fella, respectable. But that's definitely one I wanna do, because I've got a little bit of a tongue for the Spanish, if you know what I mean. And as Rafa Benitez, Unai was Spanish, obviously, as well. Roberto Martinez when he was about. So there's certain things, like, I'm not strong with American. Like, I'm not strong with American. No. There's certain accents that I just can't get a grip of. Whereas I'm okay with, like, Italian. I'm okay with say Portuguese, or Spanish as well. It just speaking to other impressionists as well, they'll go, how do you do the Spanish? And I'm like, well, how do you do the American? It's weird. We've all got our little strengths and weaknesses, therefore.
What's the general feeling like in Liverpool then? Obviously, you're going to win the league. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Is everyone like buzzing, or are you a little bit down that you're not going to be able to celebrate it properly?
Oh no, mate. I'm to be honest, Curtis, I'm buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. It's a funny one, isn't it, really? Because of what's happened and that, it's a bit of an anticlimax. So you look at it and you're like, a lot of people, I can't understand that mentality. I can't, because I'm absolutely buzzing. Whereas I think people want to be in the ground, they want to see Jordan Henderson lifting the trophy, and I get that. But Liverpool are going to win the league. End of story. You can celebrate. Celebrate at home. Nothing wrong with that. It'll always be remembered. No, people will always talk about this year, of course, and they'll talk about the pandemic, and they'll talk about the fact Liverpool won the league. So I think 1,000,000%, mate. It doesn't. The feeling is of positivity. The city's buzzing. The red half is, mate. The blue half.
The blue half.
I haven't seen them for a few months. I don't think we'll see them for a few more months.
I can imagine as well. Another one that I like of yours is the Brendan Rodgers one, man, because Kolo Touré he's always talking about Touré, who was a bit of an Arsenal legend as well. So how's your season been at Leicester, Brendan?
Well, I'm very proud to be here, Curtis. You're a wonderful guy. I've always been very proud of the show you create. You're a very good interviewer. As I said before, you're a wonderful, beautiful human being, but I really don't feel as you're as beautiful as Kolo Touré. He's a wonderful young guy. He looks really good. He's a beautiful human being. He has great character. But I think we've got a very good opportunity, Curtis. Certainly this season to work, to get ourselves in the Champions League. And I'm very good in the Champions League. I really am. PSG Eindhoven. No, PSG Eindhoven. Is that right? No, PSG. Yeah, we scored 8 goals. My team conceded in a game in the Champions League. And then Barcelona, we conceded 9 in that game. So there's guaranteed goals, Curtis. You know what I mean? So I'm very proud to be here.
Brendan one. The character, man, that just, with him saying that all the time, it's just easy for you, that one.
Yeah, but you know what? He is a great character. Do you know what I mean? I'm a massive fan of Brendan Rodgers. I was when he was Liverpool manager. I am now. Just as a manager, I think he's brilliant. I think Arsenal missed a little bit of a trick, if I'm honest with you, not going for him. But he was unfortunate when he was Liverpool manager because he probably didn't get the backing, really. If you look at, like, Klopp, don't get me wrong, Klopp.
Next level, yeah.
Klopp's, I do. That's my opinion. But you look at Brendan when he done his first day press conference, Curtis. I remember watching it because I was watching it with my mate. And the stuff he was saying, I was just like, he was like character, the pride, beautiful human being. Just these words that were coming out. I thought, this is a great character. This, I can do a lot with this. I can do a lot with it. But I think you were still wanting Liverpool to do really well. We done okay under him, but I don't think I felt for him. I felt it come too soon for him. If you look now, if Jurgen Klopp left tomorrow, you look at the managers who would be in the frame. He'd be in the frame if he wouldn't have previously been at the club. Because he honestly made some of the football we played, and with not the greatest players at times, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
He just didn't really have the backing, if you know what I mean, mate.
No.
But, But yeah, in terms of the character, mate, he's great to do. I love doing him.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of, all that there.
What about Harry Redknapp with the transfer window? Harry, always terrific speaking to you, Harry.
Well, Curtis, absolutely terrific. Yeah. Listen, I think I think your show's absolutely fantastic. I watch you on Arsenal Fan TV. You're absolutely terrific. I think as well. I've always said Curtis he's the Nico Crenshaw of the media world. I think he really is. What a fella. Yeah, he offered. Do you know what I remember, Curtis? You offered me £100 to come on the show. Yeah, after tax, £300. Yeah, I was absolutely terrific. Yeah. Well,
And Harry's another one, isn't he? I bet that one's easy for you, isn't it? Because he makes so many facials and.
Oh, I love it, mate. That's more. Sorry, mate, me hair. I'm just looking at me hair. Donald Trump would be proud of this.
Proud of that one, yeah.
Look at it. It just get away.
Oh dear.
It's get away. It's such a great character, mate. Such a great character, and it's more the face, the mannerisms. Same with a lot of characters. I prefer doing. The mannerisms than I do the voice. I really do. But, you need the voice as well. You do need the voice, to be fair. But Harry's great. Harry's brilliant. I've met him as well, and he's an absolute diamond, mate. Honestly, the nicest person. And his son, Jamie, as well. Just they're just proper nice people. Do you know what I mean? Really nice people. So it makes it easier when they like the impression of them. Fair enough.
Yeah, of course, man. I appreciate you coming on anyway, Darren, man. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Oh, no worries, mate.
What are you up to at the moment? Have you got any shows coming out or anything?
Well, at the moment, mate, I had quite a busy schedule in terms of gigs and that. You can go all over. I mean, I've been very lucky, mate. I've been all over the world, really, just doing it. It's unbelievable. You pinch yourself, to the situations you find yourself in. Because it's, I always say it. I do a couple of voices, and to get the opportunities that you do, mate, it's because football's so big. It's so big. You don't really realise until you kind of go to different places just how big football is. Yourself, mate, the stuff you do, there'll be people all around the world watching it, you know what I mean? And it's unbelievable how far it goes, but it's a constant talking point. So you're constantly new characters, new storylines. It's like a soap opera in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
So with gigs, mate, because of obviously the situation we found ourselves in, it's gone a little bit quiet because there's no one's doing public events, and I think it'll be like that for a while now, mate. So most of my stuff is my online content, you know what I mean? So Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the Instagram as well. It's creating content for that, and just doing stuff with partners, sponsors that we work with and stuff, and it's all good at the minute, mate. Yeah, it's all good. I've actually very difficult situation for a lot of people being stuck in. You know what I mean? I can imagine how difficult it is. I've got 2 kids myself, and we've done a bit of homeschooling. But if I'm honest with you, mate, I've got to be really honest with you. I think it's improved me in terms of what I do because I feel like I put more time and focus into it, and I just feel like I'm probably better than I've ever been. I don't mean that to sound like arrogant or nothing, but I've probably because it's been put on my toes, mate. I've practiced a lot more in terms of like characters. So hopefully I'll be doing a lot more impressions, and I can come back on, mate, back on the show with the new characters for you.
Keep in contact, man. I'll have to get you on the AFTV show as well. Anyone who hasn't checked him out, go and just type in Darren Farley on YouTube, man. There's loads of videos on there, isn't there? I was looking through them.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe how many videos we do. I think last year, it was over 100, mate, to be honest with you. And in terms of like, that's why you've got to keep improving. You've got to keep you can't keep doing the same characters. You've got to bring different characters in.
Yeah.
You never let down. There's a new manager comes in. There's a manager will leave.
Yeah.
There's always something to talk about with football. You'll know yourself what you do, mate. It's a constant. It never stops, does it? Do you know what I mean? And when I'm not doing it, Curtis, right? When I'm not doing it, I'm listening to Talk Sport and watching Neville and Carragher on Sky Sports. I'm honestly, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan, but my word, I've seen a lot of your, the stuff you've done with the Arsenal Fan TV and stuff like that because I'm a football fan. So you're just constantly watching different things, and I love it, mate. I do. Yeah. Brilliant. It is. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, Daz. As I said, no doubt we'll keep in touch. I'll get you on again. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll be back later in the week.
Thanks, mate.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care, Curtis.